opportunity arrived, the windy skipper certainly obliged.
It's away fine. Jones can't cut that off. First boundary of the day, 600 comes up for the West Indies. 603 for 5.
They're jumping in the sands, and that's probably only the beginning of what will happen if and when Lara gets to 381. How many runs has he just tickled down the leg side of Marcus Trescothick through yesterday's play? Picture of concentration.
But there's a gap there, and Lara's found it. 323.
Superb footwork. He gives himself the opportunity to make a little bit of room based on the length, too short. He's a good use of the depth of the crease. Yeah, just look at the superb footwork.
Outside edge, it's beaten Batty, that's 4. Lara won't mind how they come. Disappointment for Harmison.
51 more to equal the record. It's a good delivery, it's a fullish length. It's testing outside the off stump. Plays with soft enough hands, Brian Lara, and the new ball races off the outside edge. Third man has no chance. Wouldn't have carried, went down if there had been a third slip.
Lara reaches 330.
Lara's just moving up that scale gradually. 333. Graham Gooch got that 333 against India at Lord's. Also got 100 in the second innings. And just one more then to draw level with Mark Taylor and Don Bradman. Mark Taylor, of course, quite a famous innings that. He was 334 not out overnight. Everyone was wondering whether he would declare or whether he would pass Sir Donald Bradman as the highest Australian scorer. He declared. Flicked away for 4. So the first ball after the drinks, and Lara just gets it past the keeper.
And he's going to work his way up that list very quickly here. There are so many in his sights, in the 333s and the 340s. Just gets a start again. He's been very quiet this morning. There it is, he's jumped up 4 or 5 spots just by that shot. Now he's got Jayasuriya in his sights, he just needs another 3. He might just get a bit twitchy in the 330s. He was stuck on 333 for a long time. That's it must be a danger area. There's so many in there at 333. He's got to be careful here. He's in the nervous 330s here.
Now the highest score by a captain. Brian Lara, he's gone past Mark Taylor with that 334. He was captain of Australia and declared himself in Pakistan. Now who does that carry him past? Not yet. Needs a couple here to just go past Hanif Mohammed. Good run. But he's had to work for them this morning, Lara. They've been at him. Moves him to 339, so just one away from the next man on the list. Sanath Jayasuriya, who is number 5 on the list, is 340 against India. The Primadasa. They're ready to compose calypsos if Lara does reclaim this record of his.
Tucked away very easily this time.
He has played magnificently then. From what I've seen and what we've all enjoyed in this innings.
It was a good slower ball. And a moment's indecision, but no damage done. In the end, a very safe single.
Slower ball. Brian Lara knows immediately. He might have thought there was two here. Ridley Jacobs didn't want to know. He wanted to wait and see if it had gone past the field. Brian Lara wants to go there. It might well have been two if they'd gone straight away, but he's now climbing up.
Brian Lara just made sure that it was right on top of that ball. It was high enough from Flintoff. Mind you, having said that, he really did have to bang it in again, but it was high enough. Lara got right on top. It's one advantage of a high backlift. Super shots. One bounce and four. No need to keep it down if you aim it well away from the fielders, and Brian Lara had as much time as he needed there. Was hit with ferocious power. 94 balls. Batted now for 681 minutes. And included are 39 fours and 3 sixes. Followed by an exaggerated forward defensive shot. .31 to go. Safe to say he's scored an awful lot of runs all around the wicket. Those sixes have gone straight down the ground.
Just say it looked a bit like a porcupine, didn't it? There's no room left.
Looks a bit like a child's colouring chart as well. It's almost finished.
It'll probably fetch a lot at one of those modern art auctions.
That's beautiful to watch. Very, very deft shot. Just the one though. He keeps the strike. 668 for 5. He's got a good bat on that. No real need to run at all. You can just sense the atmosphere building here. Real sense of anticipation around the Antigua Recreation Ground. 200 partnership comes up as well with that shot. Lara and Jacobs have now put on 203. Great shot. Full of length, just timed away. Collingwood's after it, and he has good pace. Productive over. 676 for 5. Crowd will be happy that Brian Lara's got a single from the final ball of the over and keeps the strike. It is 679 now for 5.
Comfortable single. This field to Lara is now looking pretty much like the field that you'd have in the last stages of a one-day game. Last 10 overs, 4 men inside the circle, everyone else on the boundary.
Get on it.
Flintoff, the man at that short fine leg position, couldn't prevent that single. Went a bit too square for him. It's a delicate glide there from Brian Lara. pick up a couple of runs here.
Well, he's just picking these runs up here and there, Brian Lara. Just glides the ball down in that third man region for a couple, but he has got the opportunity to hit down the ground, and he's got a following wind with him. It's a short boundary, is this. I fear the worst.
Being very brave though, Michael Vaughan, still happy to give the ball a bit of air, give it some flight.
It's only 48 miles an hour there.
There's that shot again towards the third man region. Pick up another 2. Had to rush, but got back quite comfortably.
He's calculated in where he's looking to score these runs. He's now moved on to 364. Waits, and then just dabs it down to third man, picks up 2 more.
Should just be 1 here, Brian Lara. That moves him on to 365. That's the old record, the one that he broke when he went on to 375. That's the score that Sir Garfield Sobers got against Pakistan. Slowly but surely creeping up the ladder, Brian Lara.
Matthew Hayden with 380 holds the record. And now he's rapidly going through the field, Brian Lara.
Comfortable single there. Ticking away. End of another batty over. 6-9 to 2 for 5. A lot of protection on the boundaries, so no point him trying to hit too many big shots at this stage. Here comes another run in that general area again, or just around the square leg. He's bringing in that mid-on, trying to get him to hit against the spin over mid-on. And there he goes, right where the fielder came from. That's 4.
Well, it's a good move from Michael Vaughan. It's thoughtful captaincy. He's given him a little bit of a carrot over mid-on. $700 on the board. But it's all about this man. Gives him a little carrot, and he's bringing him back in again. He's bringing him 10 or 15 yards off the boundary edge. Bring him a little bit closer. Lara's on 372.
Still flighting it away there, Michael Vaughan. Happy to flight it on that leg stumpy area. Say, hit me over there again if you want. Michael Vaughan brings him in a bit further again. Simon Jones. This time he gets a bit too close to the pitch and pushes it out onto the offside. Just a single for Brian Lara. 702 for 5, Lara on 373.
There's some bat involved there. Certainly sound as if there was. There is. So we go on to 374. Seven more runs for Brian Lara. I wonder if Matthew Hayden's watching this in Australia.
That's gone a long, long way. It's gone into the Sir Vivian Richards Pavilion for 6. And it draws a Brian Lara level with the current other world record holder, Matthew Hayden.
That's the way to do it. Down the wicket, and I think that's what he wanted to do. And he's done it. He's equalled the record. The England team appreciate this amazing achievement. One more, and Brian Lara, on the same ground that he set the record before Matthew Hayden broke it, will retain the record of the highest run scorer in Test cricket ever. Michael Vaughan brings the field in. I have a feeling I know where this might be going, Bish.
There it is. The world record has fallen once again to Brian Charles Lara of Trinidad and Tobago and the West Indies. The second time in his career that he's broken this record. And what a moment of history this is, a repeat performance. 10 years ago, he set it, and he's done it again at the very ground.
Well, a great moment in cricketing history. As we talk, the Prime Minister, Baldwin Spencer, just newly elected, making his way out on the middle to congratulate Brian Lara. The England players all congratulating him. He is now 384 not out. World record score. I hear champagne corks going. What a moment. What a moment for cricket. What a moment for Brian Lara. We'll enjoy the moment, but I know what he's got. He wants 400 now. And I think we could be in for some entertainment. He's got what he wanted, the record. Acknowledging the crowd. Absorbing every moment of this, as we all should. It is amazing. Well done, Brian Lara. The man is back, Bish. The man is back.
Well, there's no doubt about that. And you just have to think of the words of the former Jamaican Prime Minister in his book on West Indian cricket, as Lara does just as he did 10 years ago. He kisses the turf at the Antigua Recreation Ground. Greatness as a response to failure has been evident in the flesh here at the Antigua Recreation Ground once again.
Nice moment there. Grant Jones is playing his first test, walking up to Brian Lara, the captain of the West Indies, saying, well done. He won't have seen anything like it. Brian Lara's been there before. He hasn't finished yet.
400 certainly is at the forefront of the mind of this great batsman. Undoubtedly the greatest batsman of his era. He has a lot of time, he said last night. 750 was his target. And they're singing in the stands. 384 runs in one innings in a test match, and it's being stretched. Now, the last time he broke this record was a guard of honor, and just confirmation that it is in fact real, it is in fact true. Very clever. He's played that a lot during this innings.
Excellent fielding. .387. 13 away from 400 runs.
And Brian Lara got there with a 6 and a 4. The 6 took him to even with Matthew Hayden. Aptly enough into the Sir Vivian Richards stand. And then this is the way he went past that 380 with a 4. Just as jubilant as he was 10 years ago on this very playing surface. If there's any doubt about his pedigree, it's all erased.
Was there any doubt? I fail to believe it. But it's there. It's there for all to see. An absolutely amazing performance. The king is back. I can remember Viv Richards saying to me when he was coming towards the end of his career, and the accolades were being bestowed upon Viv quite rightly, and he said to me, he said, there's a little youth in Trinidad, and I said, just keep an eye out for him, Brian Lara.
I was on the receiving end of his flashing blade many times between the ages of 14 to 16. He had a great desire and hunger for batting for long periods then, and it has not left him.
Meanwhile, at the other end, the Rock, Ridley Jacobs, finally posted 3 figures of his own.
And he gets it. 100 number 3 for Ridley Jacobs. His second at the Antigua Recreation Ground, and he's played second fiddle all the way through this innings to Brian Lara and his world record effort. But he's got there.
The pair went to lunch with Lara unbeaten on 390 and the... So, unfinished business for the captain and his team, which was duly completed after lunch.
391. That's a nice shot.
Sorry, Bob. Got carried away again with that shot. But then again, who knows? The West Indies may go out there and see something completely different when they have the ball in their hand. But I doubt that very much. I doubt it very, very much. I think you will see the English batsmen enjoying themselves just as much as the West Indian batsmen.
396 for Lara. 397 now. Keep the bowling. 743 for 5. Harmison down to third man. 398 not out. There it goes, down to Harmison again, 399. Lara will have the strike at the start of the 202nd over, 746 for 5. Batty to Lara. There goes the sweep, there it is. Perhaps the most significant single ever in the history of Test match cricket. Brian Charles Lara becomes the first man in the history of the game to register a score of 400. 582 deliveries, 776 minutes with 43 fours and 4 sixes. A remarkable human being. There comes the declaration after 202 overs. Brian Lara calls a halt to proceedings. The West Indies have declared their first innings on 751 for 5. We've seen records tumble throughout this Test match. Many of them going down this morning. Once again, all the England players congratulating both Ridley Jacobs, but particularly Brian Lara. He's the man of the moment, perhaps the best batsman in the world today. And he's made history at the Antigua Recreation Ground with a score, an individual score of 400 exactly not out. The crowd are on their feet, welcoming back their hero. Thousands have witnessed history today in St John's, Antigua. It seems an eon ago that Chris Gale and Darren Ganga were dismissed. That was way back on the first day. Sarwan fell 10 short of a century. Powell and Hines didn't make the most of this very flat pitch, but Ridley Jacobs was the perfect partner for Brian Lara. They put on 282 together undefeated, Jacobs finishing on 107. But the story of this test match will always be Brian Charles Lara scoring 4